Hi everyone. Happy Monday. I am just at this beautiful park and I'm tuning in because I had an incredible experience with the waves of energy coming through right now. And I wanted to share it because I know that others are experiencing some pretty intense energetic downloads and uploads and reformation, recalibration of our DNA into these beautiful crystalline cells. And I wanted to share about my experience because it could have been a little frightening. And I know for some people that have reached out to me who have also had the same experience, it was a little frightening for them when they first had this come through them. So I just wanted to share a little bit of perspective on what's happening as far as the waves of ascension that are going through right now. So a little over a month ago now, when I was in Washington, I had my first big shutdown of my crystalline cells. So the way that this energy is coming through, our DNA is slowly recalibrating to these crystalline light cells, and they're going to be shut off for moments as our body recalibrates to this new energy. So when I was in Washington a month ago, that was the first time that I experienced this. I got up, stood up, I was talking to the people that I was with, and I ended up instantly having a bout of vertigo and passing out. And it came through my crown chakra, and it just started vibrating and vibrating and vibrating, and I just hit the ground and completely passed out. All of my cells shut down for that moment, and within 20 seconds I was back up and feeling completely okay. Normally in the past, when I've passed out from things like dehydration, I felt very much weakened. I felt very dehydrated. I felt my body was actually in pain. But this was totally different. This was a serious energetic upgrade that I experienced when I passed out for a moment in that experience of vertigo. And from that moment, my head, the things that have been coming through in my consciousness have been very colorful, very bright, very, very intuitive, very clairvoyant. Well, I've been doing my practices and my work over the past month now, and I've let go of some of the biggest baggage that I carried around in my heart from my old way of living. And last night, I experienced the most powerful energetic shift that I've experienced thus far. And those of you who have been following my travels and my page and my blog, you know that I am a vessel who's experiencing these energetic uploads in the first wave so that I may share my experiences with the world and help assist others as they start to go through these shifts as well. So last night when I got into my bed a little bit later as I was chatting with a new friend of mine. We were talking about all of this stuff, and my vibration was really high, and I was operating at a really, really high frequency of love. And so I got into my bed and I started to do a little self-Reiki practice to just ground and clear and just get ready for a really good night's sleep. When all of a sudden, all of my chakras from my roots up to my crown started to vibrate at an incredibly high frequency, just pulsing, and a really intense physical sensation, a very, very intense physical feeling this was. Overwhelming, you could say. And then it started at my feet, and my feet started to shake uncontrollably, and then my legs started to shake uncontrollably, and my hips, my stomach, my core, my heart, my head, my entire body began shaking in this vibration that was uncontrollable. I could not control it. I tried to go into grounding yoga positions like child's pose, yogic squat. I was doing breath work. I was sending Reiki. Nothing was able to calm my physical body from these vibrations. They were so intense, so profound, and so powerful. My whole body was just shaking and vibrating at this frequency that was beyond anything that I've experienced before. So I just intuitively tuned in to my guides, and because at first the feeling was very intense, and it was a feeling like, wow, this is powerful right now in this moment, but it's a little overwhelming. My body hasn't been out of my control in that type of way in a really long time. So here I am laying in bed in my parents' house, and my whole body is just vibrating, shaking. I can't even get out of my bed. I can't even curl onto my side in fetal position, because anything that wasn't me laying on my back with all of my chakras open was very uncomfortable. So then when the vibrations got up to my head, and mind you, they didn't stop in my body when they got up to my head, I started to see out the corners of my eyes these rainbow lights. So from the inner part of my eye to the outer part of my eye, rainbow lights, like when you catch the sun in a picture, were just expanding out. And all I saw was this rainbow color of light coming down the side of my eye and then out and extending out all around me in my room. And then I started to receive a message from my higher self that was telling me what was happening, that the crystalline light cells were activating, that I was getting this extreme energy upload, and that it was okay. I needed to relax my body and allow myself to receive what was coming through me. Because it wasn't something that I was consciously doing, but subconsciously my body was tightening up because of the vibrations, and the shaking was physically overwhelming. So my body tightened up. And so I went and did some breathing and some relaxing and just calmed my mind that was rushing crazy. Like, wow, this is intense, this is powerful. And so I just laid and just reminded myself to relax, to calm my body. And I hugged my knees into my chest and started rubbing my feet, rubbing my legs, getting the muscles to relax. And then when my muscles relaxed, I laid back down. The vibrations did not stop, though. They continued for almost 3 hours. And I started to expand through my chakra system. And every chakra activated in the most powerful way. And as they activated, I visually saw the entire room around me fill up in their colors. And this is something that I've experienced seeing the auras of others. I've experienced seeing chakra colors, but never in this way. This was a new way of experiencing our energy. So as my chakras continued to open, expand, and project out this light into the room, they just kept moving up one by one, and I allowed myself to breathe into each experience. And when it got to my third chakra, the vibrations were so intense. It was like something was inside of me kicking me, just like going crazy. And the whole room was just filled with this golden light, this yellow, bright golden light. And it was incredible, but at the same time, it was a little frightening. Not frightening like I'm afraid of what's happening, but the physical sensations were so unique, so different, something I've never experienced before in this body, that it was a little frightening in that moment. And so my guide said, okay, relax. This is what's supposed to be happening. This is your upload. This is what we're all going to have to go through. So I'm going to need you to relax and share this with others. So as my chakra system continued to open and expand, I continued to see all of these radiant colors of light, and they were coming out through my eye, starting in the corner and just extending out and filling up the whole room with the color of the chakra that was being activated in that moment. And finally, when it got up to my crown, my head just was exploding open, and this rainbow color was pouring out of my crown and all around the room. And this lasted for about 3 hours, from almost 1 o'clock in the morning till almost about 4 o'clock in the morning. I didn't get a lot of sleep last night, but I didn't really need it. Today I felt pretty tired because my body had physically shaked for hours on end. And I couldn't close my eyes during this process. Whenever I closed my eyes, the colors were so intense and so overwhelming that I began to feel very nauseous. I began to feel very much sick. So keeping my eyes open allowed me to actually stay present to what I was experiencing. And my family's home where I'm staying has a beautiful forest in the backyard. Well, some trees and a big field. It's very open. So I had my windows curtains open so I was able to see the stars and see the trees behind me and stay grounded into this reality of what was happening around me. And it was powerful. And intuitively, I know that I'm probably going to experience a couple more of those big shaking vibrations of light, color coming through me over these next few days, weeks, preparing for the new year where many people are going to have similar experiences to this. And the reason that I feel so compelled to share this in this moment is because this is something that we're all going to experience in different ways, in different ways for our own unique body temple to experience these shifts in energy. And it may be something as intense as mine, where your whole body is physically vibrating and you're physically raising each chakra to a new consciousness. Each part of your entire system, your entire DNA, your entire cell structure needs to upgrade in this moment to a crystalline frequency that has not existed in this body temple, in this life, to our knowing yet. So it's new and it's unique and it can be scary sometimes. But just knowing and hearing from others that we're experiencing it too, that this is what it's going like, and as long as you, in those moments when you do start to have an energy upgrade coming through, you stop and you breathe and you relax your body. It's so important to relax your body as your body is receiving these upgrades, these chemical shifts in our being. We have to relax and not fight it from coming through, and just stay open and just pray of gratitude, in those moments where it gets overwhelming, where you're having these bright, vivid colors and your crown is just vibrating at this frequency that, you don't even have an understanding of until it happens. It's so powerful. That in those moments, we have to recognize what is happening to the human body temple, to this life, to our purpose here. It is monumental what is happening on this planet right now. And if we allow ourselves to fully embrace these shifts, in the next few months, we're going to be a whole new species of people. And that is so exhilarating to me. It is so exhilarating to me to know that that is where we're heading. That this experience is meant for us all, that this wasn't unique for me, that these experiences, I'm reading other people's blogs and seeing their posts, and they're talking about these vertigo symptoms, and they're talking about these crystalline light structures coming through. And the most recent one that I read, I'll post it after this video so you can see, is talking about the huge energetic upload that's going to be coming through on New Year's. Right at the strike of midnight, this huge upgrade into the crystalline light frequency is going to come through. And I have a deep intuition that's telling me that a lot of people are going to experience it in the way that I experienced my shift last night. And so this New Year's Eve, think about planning something different for yourself. Think about planning something other than a party. Think about how you can intentionally set yourself up to receive this new energy upload in a safe, harmonious place where you can relax, where you can breathe, where you can let go of that which no longer serves you. Let go of the old paradigm. Let go of any people who are still stuck in that old paradigm, and allow the work that you've been doing for these past 3 years since 2012 to take over you, to take control, and to flow through you. We are so incredibly powerful and incredibly beautiful, and the energy that is shifting in our bodies, in our beings, for our soul's purpose to transform this planet to a higher frequency is happening right now. So embrace this holiday season, love everyone around you, Now is a time we're coming back together in our families, because a lot of us, some of our deepest karmic wounds are from our families. And so we're with our families for this last huge energy upload so that we can be so open-hearted to them, so open-hearted to anything that once caused us a karmic block. To heal that and allow this energy to power through us. And if you are experiencing this in a way that's too intense, that's okay. Just remind yourself when it's happening, when it's physically happening, as your body is vibrating, as you're feeling these colors come through you, as you're feeling your chakras open and expand. Remember what is happening. Remind yourself over and over, I am just upgrading my DNA to the crystalline frequency. This is happening for us all. I am safe. I am love. I am totally okay. And breathe deep breaths into each chakra as they open. This is the most magical time to be on this planet, and it's only going to continue to open and expand from here. So allow this vibration to move through you. Allow yourself to experience the colors. Allow your vision to expand into a higher dimension. Today, after that upgrade, my mind, my vision, everything, I feel like my head is 10 times bigger than it actually is in this moment, because that is the way the energy is now flowing. And that is the way that I'm now seeing. And that is the way that we all will be able to see in this new world that is emerging right now. So that is all that I wanted to share. If you are someone who is experiencing these shifts right now and you don't have anyone to talk to, now is a time to reach out for support. Now is the time to connect to the people that are on your Facebook, your Instagram, on your social media, that you've been reading their posts, watching them evolve, watching them ascend. Now is the time to reach out to us. We are here for you. I am here for you. Please message me, contact me. We can set up a time to help you get through these energetic uploads that are happening. I am always here for you, and I am so excited to share this with you. It's happening. This is happening, and it's happening right now. So please don't hesitate to connect with me, to comment, to reach out to me. And if that is still something that you're not ready to do, I have a lot of resources on my page, theartofbeinghappy.org, and it's open. It's there for you. I'm available for you. I love you so much. Let's just elevate our consciousness, vibrate at this new rainbow frequency, and be the beautiful, magical, crystalline, fifth dimensional beings that we are here to be. I love you all so much. Namaste.